Hello and welcome to the next episode of Turtle Chunks, the Draynor Manor chunk. First off, let's start this episode with 75 Hunter. And the bars I collected from the last 130 Spirit Impling jars. This was an extremely good drop rate for the bars. I got 4 drops of bronze, 2 drops of iron, and a myth bar drop. Unfortunately, I am a few bars short on getting 10 smithing to start on my iron. They are going to make my grind a lot quicker. I just completed my 6th beginner clue for Demon Feet. This is my first collection log slot from clues. These will now be my best in slot boots until I get something with some actual stats. And now I have 10 smithing. Unfortunately, the 70 iron bars are not going to be enough for the 20 smithing grind. So it's back to Puro-Puro for me. And with a bit of editing, that is 20 smithing, I decided to cut the rest of the smithing clips just to try shorten the video. Bob the cat at it again with the 20 fishing. The circus is back in town with a tightrope act performed by the not so agile clown, me. I walked away with 8 agility and some sore testicles, but I think I'll take it as a win. In other news, I got a lamp and now I have 14 Hunter. And 80 woodcutting. Unfortunately, still no forestry rewards. I am getting a bit bored of Puro-Puro and woodcutting, so I decided to do more woodcutting and hunt for some best in slot items instead. First off, the steel mace for best in slot prayer, followed by a staff and a black robe. And then I got 20 agility. Don't ask me why, I just do what my brain tells me to do. That is now 22 agility and 500 total level on old school RuneScape. Also 25 agility. Then I went back to the Black Knights for another best in slot item, the Iron Full Helmet. It is not much of an upgrade, but any bit of defense bonus is appreciated. Another chunk task on old school RuneScape is to cook some bread. I can do that by either getting bread dough from an imp or a pot of flour from the imp or the Black Knight. For the water, I can just grab a jug of water from the wine cellar. Fortunately, I got the bread dough quickly and also cooked it first go. And with this ninja impling, that is 79 Hunter for divine implings. These will come in useful later on, as you will see. And now I have 80 Hunter. That is a pretty big accomplishment, I think. This next clip is how I do my spirit jar openings. As you can see, I keep all of the charms gathered in my inventory until I hit 130 jars. I then record them into a spreadsheet along with how many bars I collect. I also decide to open all the other implings I have been collecting. I will start with the divine implings and work my way down. Some of you might have noticed something I missed as I was opening them. The Portent of Life is very useful, but there is something way more important. That is also an easy 5 crafting. Why am I raking farming patches, you might ask? Well, it all has something to do with the divine impling drops and what I missed when I was opening them all up. They drop divine energy and it is scaled to your divination level. Because I have over 10 divination, I have a chance of getting flickering energy. Flickering energy and clean guams combined together will give me a divine herb patch 1. But to make the divine herb patch, I need at least 9 farming. So I'm going to get that out of the way quickly. And I just got 10 farming on old school RuneScape. That is also my 10th beginner clue for a steel hatchet, a new best in slot for woodcutting. Ignore the league's stuff on the left, but that is 17 Hunter. I can now do Puro-Puro on old school RuneScape. That is also 85 woodcutting on old school RuneScape. I still have none of the forestry item drops. That is also 20 Hunter in old school RuneScape, but I'm going to stop there, I think. That is a Giles random event for a Cosmic Talisman. So this is my new farming training, the Divine Herb Patch. The herbs scale to your farming level. It can only be done once a day, but this will be the best way for me to train farming and also herbalore, as I need to get that up for one of my chunk tasks. I know I said in an earlier episode that I would not be actively going for Herblore in RuneScape 3 as I cannot train it until I unlock Druidic Ritual in old school RuneScape. But since this woodcutting grind is going to take such a long time, I decided to go for it anyway. Also, once I have finished the forestry drops in old school RuneScape, I'm going to go back and do a few more skilling goals that got skipped because of the 1 in 16 drop rate I have set up on Source Chunk. After that distraction, I went back to fletching. That is 45 fletching. I am now using lamps in old school RuneScape on smithing. The main reason is because of the lack of armor I own. I cannot kill anything efficiently with melee because of my lack of defense bonus at the moment. Because of that, I am going to go for 30 smithing because the Black Knight drops a steel bar at a 1 in 21.3% chance. And for fun, I'm also going to go for 55 magic for high alch. I know the drop rate for the steel bar is higher than a 1 in 16 drop, but the 90 fire making and 95 fletching are going to take a very long time anyway. This is also my best in slot offhand weapon in RuneScape 3, the offhand black sword. I am still taking a break from the Puro-Puro grind and have decided to get my fishing and cooking level up. That is now level 30 cooking. That is 35 cooking. Also 30 fishing. And then 35 fishing. And that is 40 cooking. And that is 15 farming. I can now grow oak trees if I ever get some acorns and a tree patch. I was going to bank after a trip at Puro-Puro and saw a pig wandering around the front of Draynor Manor. For some reason it gave me an electric shock. After that I needed to know what it was and what it was all about. Turns out it was nothing interesting, just a random roaming NPC like Bob the cat. That pretty much wraps up this episode. I am finally caught up with all the old footage and I can actually show you my banks and what I have gathered so far. Starting with RuneScape 3, I haven't gotten anything too crazy, just a lot of charms for summoning. You can also see all of the ingredients I have already collected for summoning as well. Unfortunately, I will need a lot more of those. And I also have quite a lot in alchables as well, but money's not really needed on this account at the moment. Also, here are my levels. The biggest standout is 82 Hunter. That will probably be closer to 86 by the time I get all the bars needed to get from 26 to 30 smithing. With old school RuneScape, I don't have much to show besides the logs collected. Over 12k oak logs and nearly 36k willow logs. This will be a good start for any fire making or fletching grinds down the line. I also have over 1k pheasant tail feathers with no golden egg. Please let me know how long it took for you to get your golden pheasant egg in the comments. You might have also noticed the knife in my bank. I got that from Puro-Puro. Even though it is not a chunk requirement, I think I will also get my fletching up while I am doing the RuneScape 3 grind. Here is also a quick look at the old school RuneScape collection log. Obviously you can see I haven't gotten any of the forestry drops yet. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who watched this episode and any of the other previous episodes. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time and have a good one.